Hallo, ik ben Lindsey en ik ben vandaag model voor Theo.
En Lindsey, wat wil je graag?
Ik wil graag een zandkleur.
Een zandkleur, dus je wel iets minder blond.
Ja, iets minder blond.
Yeah. Okay, Lindsey wants a sandy color and a hair trim, especially the layers on the front. And she will turn so you can see how her hair is now. I'm going to beautiful long hair without outgrow. Dankjewel. Hello friends on YouTube. Got myself a model. Long hair. Start with coloring, so I pin up the hairs. Make her layered haircut afterwards. You see how outgrow is dark. Come on, work it out very softly because I don't want to color the total hair because we want to stay a little bit blonde at the ends. But I want to show you how I fade lines. So I start with putting on the protection. And a nice kinky cape. Lay plastic for on her shoulders. And I made her color, 2 colors. And I show you a photo right now into the video so you can see which colors I used. I used them on 6% base, that's 20 volume. This because then it also influences the color on top. Because this is already dark and I want also to get the color into there. Part has about a centimeter, 1.5, so it's less than an inch. Pin the hairs up. I put in step 1 of the grid line, so it's a special to hold the condition on a top level. Turn it. Now the underline, she had a dark color. So I set in the color. Lift up the neck hairs. And then with my Olivia Garden imitation brush, I brush this color into the length. So I don't create hard lines. Take a new level. The color I use is ammonia free, paraben free. So the hair will stay in a wonderful condition. Set in about 15 centimeters. Then go again with my brush. And brush it softly into the hairs. So I fade the color down. I'm certain that the underlines will stay nice blonde. Vlot. Zeg je nog?
Zal ik hier?
Ja. Snel even allemaal. Set in what I told you about 15 centimeters of the hairs. Go in with my brush and fade the color down. So creating ultra soft lines. And you don't smell anything of this color, so there you know there's no ammonia in it. Otherwise it would dry. Going to my brush again. So I work till I get on top. And we first tried it with wigs, because then you can, especially on long hair, you can see which color suits you. Before you go and change all the hairs. Show you one nearby. Free the hair. Take about 1/2 centimeters hair. Take the hairs high up. Lift out the part which I'm going to color, leaving the front aside. Set in the first 15 centimeter. It's about 5 inch. Set it also in the underlines. Go over to my Olivia Garden imitation brush. First brush the first line and then gently go down and out. So I'm certain that I get a nice soft flow into the colors. So I do all the hair. So now I've got all the color on my hair. Now lift up some parts. Then apply a little bit more. So get a little bit more diversity into the colors. Let this just hang on the shoulders. Don't put my plastic closed. Do this about every time about 1/2 centimeter. This we let stay on the hair for 20 minutes because it's already laid in. So now it is 25 in totally. So and there's a stop into the product, so it stops by themselves. And then we rinse it out and back for cutting the hairs. Here we're back from coloring. Show you how the hair is in the wet color. So you see how nice softly the lines travel over into each other. Part hair over the center line and lifting up. Gonna do this cut with the hot razor of Ergo. Because I really love fabric haircuts or long hair. They're mostly the best. For a nice colorful cape. Put this aside. Still hoping that there will be factories that make this happen, that there is a button on this side and on this side. So you have a nice clean cape to work on. Open hairs. Take, like I did with coloring, the first 1/2 centimeters. Now we don't go for short. Jammer. Turn a bit more. Starting of course in the underlines. Take my hot razor. Take the hairs down. And you see I don't have to do anything. Just lay the knife on it and it travels through the hairs. And by traveling through the hairs it seals the hairs. And it prevents from dry ends for more than 3 months till 6 months, especially in winter time. Take a new line on it. Take the hairs down. Now there's a difference between the underline and the upper line, because the underline hairs are not that strong, so they are mostly a bit thinner. So I mostly take them about 3 centimeters or almost an inch higher up. Het goed vast, hè, zo'n pennetje. See how wonderful this knife works. I will zoom in so you can see it even better. To take a new line on it. And the layering will be from the crown area to the front of the ears. Take the hairs down, watch where my line of cutting is, go in and see how gently this travels through the hairs. And as long as my fingers are a bit wet, I never burn my fingers. And the nice thing of working with hot tools is that the hair is feeling a lot sexier afterwards, because they're nice and soft and never get stuck in the ends. So I do all the layers. See, I parted from the center of the skull till behind the ears. So now all the lines are laying on this line. Gently go over this line. And when you have somebody with split ends over the length, you also can do this with a hot knife, because you can take the hairs then straight down, lay your knife on it and go over it, and it only jumps up, and that you take away. So now we go to the front, turn a bit, take the hairs over in the line behind the ears. Get all the hairs, also they are hiding behind the ears. Watch where my length is. Go to the front. Go to the front. Start in. And see, I don't have to do anything. It just travels through the hairs. Connect them to the back. Take a new line on it. Take some hair from the back with it. Not too much. Watch at the skull, go in, slip down. Take the hairs from the center to the front. Turn my comb in. Zet mijn knife in. Slip down. Het is leuk, die ene van achter die gaat de hele tijd erbij leggen hiervoor.
Ja, ik zie hem wel.
Ja.
Hij denkt...
Ja, ik wil iets. There's one hair from the neckline that wants to travel through the front, so I take it with it. Otherwise it every time jumps out. Then I turn a bit so I can show you how it makes a connection. Lay all the hairs on the back and gently connect the lines to each other. So now I have a little bit layering, but not too much, still a strong baseline. So I do this also on the other side. Adjusting the fringe a bit. Don't take too much off.
Even veel meer.
Hè?
Niet te veel meer af.
Nee. This side is a little bit thicker, so I fill it out a little bit, let the knife do the work. Take also the layering on this side. Watch the lines. Take the hairs to the front. Go to the center line. Connect both lines to each other. So now the cut is ready. So now I can dry hair. Woo. To add some more condition to the hair, I take this Revital spray of Glint. I really love this product. It smells really nice and it works really nice.
Ruikt goed.
Yeah.
Het is allemaal goed.
Take my leafy garden brush and now it travels very easy through the hairs because there are no dry ends anymore.
Nee, ik komt wel heel makkelijk doorheen. Maar
Ja, dit is kijk.
dit is voor beter meteen.
Ja, fijn.
Oh, lekker.
Start again, pinning up. Start blow drying with a large brush, starting in the neckline.
Echt mooi.
Sofa blow drying. Now to nurse the hair, I put a little bit polish of Lakme on the hairs. This I brush through with my Olivia garden brush. And this is a new color and nice trim of hairs. Thank you for being my model. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for the hair.
The hair feels wonderful. Okay, love, you may show your hair to the people on YouTube. And thank you for being on the model.
Thank you.
What welkom.
Hallo, ik ben Lindsey en ik ben vandaag model voor Theo.
En Lindsey, wat wil je graag?
Ik wil graag een zandkleur.
Een zandkleur, is je wel iets minder blond.
Ja, iets minder blond.
Yeah. Okay, Lindsey wants a sandy color and a hair trim, especially the layers on the front. And she will turn so you can see how her hair is now. I'm going to. Beautiful long hair. Without growth. Thank you.